Welcome back to our channel. This is going to be probably a weekly review. I think I like this particular show enough that I'll keep on watching and keep on giving you a review of what we or I think about this episode or the episode that is currently on. The TV show, which surprised me, it came out of nowhere. I didn't know anything about it, and I saw it pop up. It's on Paramount Plus by MTV Studios, starring Sylvester Stallone, and it's called Tulsa King. And I must say, it's pretty good. It's darn good. It's very good. It had me all the way through. I didn't have a boring part of this particular TV show. Basically, to sum it up, it's about a capo for the mafia out of New York. He goes to prison for, shoot, 25 years, I believe, if I remember correctly. Goes to prison for 25 years. He comes out. They pick him up, and he's expecting to go to a club that used to be around when he was in and having a big welcome home party because he took the hit for his boss and his boss's son. Um, so he's thinking everything's going to be great. They're going to take care of him real good. When he comes out, he'll get a spot back. And then when he gets to the house of the mob boss, he finds out differently, and it's not making him happy at all. He ends up knocking out the new capo because they tell him, hey, there's nothing around here for you anymore. And that's what the mob boss's son is telling him. He's saying there's nothing around here for you anymore. We're going to send you to Tulsa. So he ends up going to Tulsa. When he goes to Tulsa, he sees everything super slow. It's way different than even when he was out in New York. It's slower than that. And he looks for how he's going to set up shop in Tulsa for their mob organization. He catches a ride from the airport from this young black guy who works for a cab company. He gets this guy to stop him at a local business that's there because remember, it's Tulsa, so medical marijuana is legal. So he gets him to take him to this particular hemp store or marijuana store, and he goes in there and basically, without giving away the plot, he sets up shop where this owner of the shop will have to pay him money to protect him. But that whole protection part is funny. The way he meets the owner is funny. What he does to the quote-unquote security guard is hilarious. Sylvester Stallone, he's a bad boy in this show. So anyway, everything that happens there, go check it out. Look at it. It was great. He gets back in the cab. He tells the young man, because he got the money, he got his part of the money, or the mob's part of the money, from the owner of the marijuana store. And he goes and gets back in the car, tells the young man, whose name is Tyson. He tells him, which is funny, ironic. There's a few ironies in this particular show. If it's nothing but ironic in my head, because the young black dude that's driving him, his name is Tyson, which, you know, who's the most famous Tyson? Mike, who was a boxer. And you got Sylvester Stallone, whose probably most famous character is, Rocky. So, probably just a coincidence in my head, but it is an amazing coincidence. And the relationship between Sylvester Stallone's character and Tyson, the young man driving him, is very similar. And here's another connection in my head. very similar to Lincoln Lawyer uh, with Matthew McConaughey. Is very similar in the way, because the young man is going to drive him around wherever he needs to go, and Matthew McConaughey had I think his name was Leroy or Roy was his name. The black guy that was driving Matthew McConaughey's character around in Lincoln Lawyer, which is definitely one of my more watched and favorite movies. But getting back to this particular scene, he gives him some money. He tells him, now you're going to work for me. You're going to earn $2,000 a week. Plus, I want you to take this money and go get me a Lincoln Navigator. Get it? Lincoln Navigator, Lincoln Lawyer, the connection. There you go. If nothing but in my head, it's a connection. So the next day, the young man goes to get the Lexus. I mean, not the Lexus, but the Lincoln Navigator, and they wouldn't sell it to him. They said, no, we're not going to sell that to you. You're some crack dealer. So he tells Sly's character that's what happened. They go to the car dealership, and you have to see that scene. It was great. Wonderful television because of what happens in it. Try not to give any spoilers. I'm not sure if I'm going to do spoiler reviews or non-spoiler reviews on this show. So not going to say what happens. You need to see it. Sly was wonderful in that scene. He gets the man to sell him the young guy, Tyson, the Lincoln Navigator. So they get the Navigator and they handle some other business. There's another scene where Sly's character, and I'll try to remember his name the next time. Sly character goes to this bar just to hang out, and then he's drinking, and these women are in there at a bachelorette party, and one of them approaches his character and flirts with him and stuff like that, and he kind of deflects, and then she wants to take a picture, and come on now, people in the mob aren't taking pictures, gangsters aren't taking pictures. Gangsters, some of them seem to like taking pictures. Frank Lucas, well, he really didn't want to. That was kind of accident one. But anyway, gangsters not so much wanting to take pictures. So anyway, he tells her he doesn't want to take a picture. She walks away a little disappointed. Then another lady comes over there and says, why were you rude to my friend, blah blah blah. She's kind of flirting with him, he's flirting back. She says, you just want to have some fun. They playing doing karaoke. He says, nah, that's not really fun. She says, well, what is fun? And basically he takes her and the bachelorette and their crew to find out what he calls fun. So they go to a strip bar. And the girls are having fun. He's buying them drinks and all of that. And something happens in it. It's got good fight action scenes in it so far. This is just episode 1. That's what I'm saying. If you like gangster, you like some fighting stuff, which Sly's good at it, this is the one for you to watch. In the strip club scene, the woman who's flirting with him ends up advancing and saying, hey, check your bar out at your crib, basically. And they go to his crib and they get it in, and and this is another good thing about it so far with this first episode. They don't do like a lot of other shows do, where they got to show all the sex scenes and the kissing, and got to show breast and behinds and all of that. It doesn't do that. So it's age appropriate for who you would say age appropriateness for, even though you're going to have the words, and it really wasn't littered with a bunch of cuss words, but I think it did have a few, but it didn't even show them kissing. It just came out, and you knew that that's what they did because basically they said, they had a fun time. But then she kind of asked him how old he is, and uh, when she hears it, everything changes. She's like, oh God. And he said, I didn't even get your name. And she was like, yeah, basically, let's keep it that way. And he kind of says, I look forward to seeing you again. And she's like, probably not. She doesn't say that, but you can tell that whole vibe and scene was, nah, I don't think we're going to do that. So anyway, a few other things happen. Long story short, because I'm going to try to keep this video under 15 minutes, all my reviews under 15 minutes. While I'm saying that, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff to this channel, this video. Hit me up with some comments, some emojis. Tell me how you like the show. Tulsa King. Like I said, Paramount Plus, very good. But at the end of it, you find out that the woman that he just slept with, he doesn't know yet. He'll probably find it out later, but he doesn't know yet, is a FBI agent. So there's where the plot's going to start to thicken some. I think it's going to give it a little heart to it, because in the preview for next week, they showed him kind of having a moment where she's talking about his daughter, who he doesn't quite have much of a relationship with because of all his years in prison, and all of that kind of stuff. So Tulsa King, great TV show so far. Episode 1 to watch. You guys check it out. Watch it with me. I'm going to put my reviews on it every week, and I want to hear back from you. So, great job, Sylvester Stallone. I'm glad you back at it with a series. I'm glad you're in this. For some reason, Creed, I don't think you're in that. I don't know if they just didn't ask you, if you had scheduling conflicts, whatever. And it seemed, I hope Creed's going to be good. But anyway, without Sly in it, without Rocky character in it, it's going to seem a lot different. So we're going to see. But anyway, I'm glad Sylvester Stallone is in this series. It is good. Last time I can remember him doing gangster, I'm thinking it's Copland, but he wasn't a gangster. But it was another movie also that he was a gangster, and I just don't remember off the top of my head. But this is good. This is very good. I hope it keeps it up. I hope the first episode isn't going to slide into disappointment. And if it does, I'll keep on doing the reviews to end the season out. But after that, I'm going to be done with it. But if it stays as good as it is, we're going to keep on riding with Tulsa King. All right. You guys have a great one. We did it under 15 minutes. Awesome. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Hit the bell notification. We're going to come back next week with the review on this, and we got some other reviews to do for a few other TV series. I think we're going to do all of Dick Wolf stuff, because I love watching his stuff, as far as the Chicago one and all the Law and Order. So I might do reviews on that. Those are my series. Those are the ones that have lasted over COVID and everything. That some series that I love, but I just stopped watching because I don't have a lot of time, because I'm doing a lot of other things. So those two sets of series are way up on my list. Those are must-see TV. That's why we're going to do reviews on those. And we're going to do reviews on anything new that I feel like is something that is almost must-see TV. And right now, based off of one episode, Tulsa King is must-see TV, under 15 minutes. We're out. Like, subscribe, bell notification, all that good stuff. Later.